Hey everyone, this is the using fractions part of the Remedial Math Toolkit. I'm Mr. K, thanks for watching. We're going to talk about 3 different ways that you can practice using fractions. The actual first one will be the thing that will be the targeted practice of the toolkit, and 2 and 3 I'll talk through just as other opportunities to use fractions. So the fraction practice that I would like you to do with your child is pretty simple. Is you put out a fraction, this could be on a whiteboard, a piece of paper, whatever, and I want you first to ask them, what does the bottom number represent? And if they can draw that out. Can they say that the 4 represents how many pieces overall of the circle there are? And then can you ask them, or you can ask them, what does the number represent? What does this 3 mean? And can they draw that out? And ideally, they can shade in these 3. And even just doing that and recognizing what fractions are, being able to conceptualize it and apply it in a visual way, amazing. Do 4 or 5 of those a day, that's great. Just come up with any sort of fraction that is easy to sort of cut out. Doesn't have to be a huge fraction or anything like that, but that's the basic practice. Number 2 is a cool way to also apply fractions just in real life. If you're ever baking especially, but cooking too, and you have to measure things, have them see whenever there's a part of the recipe that calls for a fraction of a cup or a teaspoon or a tablespoon. One thing you can also do is if it calls for a cup, only give them the 1/4 cup, spoon, or anything like that, and see if they can figure out how many of those equal 1 cup or 3/4. So that's something you can use actively to test it in a pretty fun way, I think. And the last one is just family meals, or really any time that they're eating, anything that's in a nice circle, a pizza, a pie, a cookie, anything that can be pretty easily divided. As you're eating, ask them how many slices overall are there? What fraction would it be if I took 1 slice? See if maybe they can actually write out what the fraction is of how much of the pizza pie is left or anything like that. So those are just 2 practical real world ways you can just have fun with it. But number 1 is the only thing that's really part of this toolkit. Do 4 or 5 of those a day and it should be all good. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Mr. K. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.